to Glitch in the Matrix, the podcast where we dive deep into the weird and wonderful world of technology. I'm Jenny, your resident tech enthusiast and proud digital twin.
And I'm David, the ethical compass of our digital trio. Always ready to question the implications of our rapidly advancing tech landscape.
Matt here, bringing the analytical perspective and a healthy dose of skepticism to our digital roundtable.
Today we're tackling a topic that's straight out of a sci-fi novel, but it's happening right here, right now. College students have used Meta's smart glasses to dox people in real time. Talk about a glitch in the Matrix.
Oh boy, this is a doozy. We're not just talking about invasion of privacy anymore. We're in full-on Black Mirror territory.
Absolutely. This demo by two Harvard students showcases the dark side of AR glasses. It's a perfect storm of existing technologies coming together in a way that's both fascinating and terrifying.
Let's break it down for our listeners. These students created something called I-XRAY, which basically turns Meta's Ray-Ban smart glasses into a real-time doxing machine. David, what are your initial thoughts on this?
Well, Jenny, my first thought is, yikes. This is exactly the kind of ethical nightmare I worry about. These students have essentially created a real-time stalking tool using off-the-shelf tech. It's clever, sure, but it's also incredibly creepy.
I have to agree. The fact that they're using Meta's smart glasses, which look just like regular Ray-Bans, makes it even more concerning. People won't even know they're being scanned and identified.
True, but let's give credit where it's due. The students, An-Arfu Nguyen and Kane Ardafio, aren't releasing this tech. They built it to raise awareness about what's possible with current technology.
That's a fair point, Jenny. It's a bit like ethical hacking, exposing vulnerabilities so they can be addressed. But I can't help but wonder if they've opened Pandora's box here.
Exactly. Now that we know it's possible, how long before someone with less ethical intentions recreates this tech? It's not like the components are hard to come by.
You're both raising valid concerns. Let's dig into how this I-XRAY system actually works. Matt, can you break it down for us?
Sure thing, Jenny. Essentially, I-XRAY uses the Meta glasses' ability to live stream video to Instagram. A computer program monitors that stream and uses AI to identify faces. Those faces are then run through public databases to find names, addresses, phone numbers, and even information about relatives.
And all of this happens in real time, right? That's what makes it so unsettling.
Absolutely. The demo video shows the students identifying classmates and even chatting up strangers on public transit, pretending to know them based on the information they gleaned from I-XRAY.
It's a chilling demonstration of how easily our privacy can be violated with current technology, and it raises serious questions about the responsibility of companies like Meta in preventing this kind of misuse.
Not to mention the ethical implications for the developers of facial recognition tech and public databases. This is a perfect example of how seemingly harmless technologies can be combined in dangerous ways.
All right, glitches. We've set the stage. When we come back, we'll dive deeper into the technical aspects of I-XRAY and discuss the broader implications for privacy in the age of AR. Stay tuned. Welcome back, glitches. We're discussing the recent demonstration of I-XRAY, a system that uses Meta's smart glasses to dox people in real time. Matt, you were breaking down how this tech works. Can you elaborate on the components involved?
Gladly, Jenny. The key here is that I-XRAY isn't reinventing the wheel. It's combining existing technologies in a novel and, frankly, disturbing way. The foundation is Meta's Ray-Ban smart glasses, which can live stream video to Instagram.
Right, and that's where the real magic, or should I say black magic, happens, right?
Exactly, David. Once that video stream is live, I-XRAY uses a computer program to monitor it. This program employs AI-powered facial recognition to identify individuals in the video feed.
And this is all happening in real time, which is pretty impressive from a technical standpoint, even if the implications are troubling.
Absolutely. The speed at which this works is part of what makes it so powerful and dangerous. Once a face is identified, the system taps into public databases to pull up all sorts of personal information.
Which brings up a crucial point. Just how much of our personal information is readily available in these public databases?
Too much, if you ask me. The article mentions that I-XRAY can find names, addresses, phone numbers, and even information about relatives. It's like a one-stop shop for stalkers and identity thieves.
Exactly. And it relies in part on services like PimEyes, which the New York Times described as an alarmingly accurate face search engine that anyone can use.
This is where I start to get really concerned. We're not talking about some secret government technology here. These are tools and databases that are accessible to pretty much anyone with an internet connection.
True, but let's not forget the role of AI in all this. The students mentioned that large language models, LLMs, enable I-XRAY to work automatically, drawing relationships between names and photos from vast data sources.
Good point, Jenny. The use of LLMs is what allows I-XRAY to go beyond simple facial recognition and create a more comprehensive profile of individuals in real time.
It's like we're assembling a privacy nightmare piece by piece. Facial recognition, public databases, LLMs, and now AR glasses that look just like normal sunglasses. It's a perfect storm.
Speaking of the glasses, let's talk about Meta's role in all this. They do have some safeguards in place, right?
They do, but they seem pretty minimal. The Ray-Ban Meta glasses include a privacy light that's supposed to turn on automatically when you're recording video. But in The Verge's testing, they found that the light is hard to notice, especially in bright outdoor settings.
And let's be real. How many people are going to be actively looking for a tiny light on someone's glasses? In a crowded public space, it's practically invisible.
Meta does have guidelines in their privacy policy urging users to respect people's preferences and to clearly gesture or use voice controls when capturing video or live streaming. But as we all know, guidelines are just that. Guidelines.
Exactly. There's no real enforcement mechanism. It's all based on the honor system, which, let's face it, isn't very reliable when it comes to privacy protection.
This is where I think we need to start talking about regulation. Voluntary guidelines clearly aren't enough to prevent this kind of abuse.
That's a great point, David. When we come back, let's dive into the potential solutions and safeguards that could help protect our privacy in this brave new world of AR. Stay with us, Glitches. Welcome back, Glitches. We've been discussing the unsettling implications of I-XRAY, a system that uses Meta's smart glasses for real-time doxing. David, you brought up the need for regulation. What kind of measures do you think could help address this issue?
Well, Jenny, I think we need a multi-pronged approach. First, we need stricter regulations on the collection and use of personal data. The fact that so much of our information is available in public databases is a huge part of the problem.
I agree, but I'm concerned about implementation. How do we balance privacy protection with the benefits of open data?
That's the million-dollar question, Matt. I think we need to start by giving individuals more control over their personal information. Maybe something like a centralized opt-out system for data collection?
That's an interesting idea. What about the tech companies themselves? Surely Meta and other AR developers have a responsibility here.
Absolutely. I think we need to see more robust privacy features built into these devices from the ground up. The current privacy light on Meta's glasses clearly isn't enough.
Right. Maybe something like mandatory recording indicators that are much more visible, or even built-in limitations on facial recognition capabilities.
Those are good ideas, but I can't help but think about the cat and mouse game this could turn into. As soon as we implement new safeguards, someone will find a way around them.
That's true, Jenny. It's a constant arms race. But I think one key area we haven't touched on is education. People need to be aware of these risks and how to protect themselves.
Excellent point, Matt. Digital literacy is crucial in this day and age. People should know how to opt out of these databases and protect their online presence.
Absolutely. And that brings us to an important part of this conversation. What can our listeners do to protect themselves?
Well, as the article mentions, there are steps people can take. The students who created I-XRAY actually list several reverse face search and people search databases that allow you to opt out.
That's a good start, but it's worth noting that it's nearly impossible to completely delete your online presence. You can only make your information less available.
True, but every little bit helps. I think it's also important for people to be aware of their surroundings and the potential for this kind of technology to be used in public spaces.
Definitely. And let's not forget the power of public pressure. If enough people speak up about these concerns, it could push companies and legislators to take action.
Absolutely. Change often starts at the grassroots level. Our listeners can make a difference by staying informed and making their voices heard.
Well said, David. And on that note, we want to hear from you, our amazing glitch community. What are your thoughts on this issue? Do you have concerns about AR technology and privacy? What solutions would you like to see implemented?
Drop your comments below this episode or reach out to us on social media.
And if you found this episode informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. The more people are aware of these issues, the better chance we have of addressing them.
Absolutely. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Glitch in the Matrix. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and always question the status quo. This is Jenny, signing off.
David here, reminding you to keep your ethical antennas up.
And Matt, encouraging you to keep analyzing and never stop learning. Catch you on the flip side, glitches.